It's fucking brilliant. I run the bath. Wayne, love, bath time. Come run up the stairs. What's, you know, whatever. She says, great, it's so easy. I said, yeah, but what if we needed to call one of them, you know, individually? She said, well, it's easier, just use their surname. But clever girl. Ladies and gentlemen, should we bring the first act on? Yeah, you know, I've met him, I've been talking to him before the gig, he seems brilliant. I think we're in for a real treat. I'm really excited about this guy. Not in that way, but I think he's going to be very funny. So you're going to start the clap for me again, Stefan? Please welcome the wonderful Luke Montague.
Hello, Garage. Thanks. Yes, I am actually a comedian with Tourette's syndrome, ladies and gentlemen. Yay. Yay. It is actually quite weird because it's always hard trying to find a job with Tourette's syndrome. Has anyone got any ideas what jobs could be funny? Right? Generally didn't get that, so but for me, I actually thought a bingo caller would be quite funny. You know, you can imagine that, can't you? Okay, everybody, eyes down for a full house. 2 little dogs, twat. Yeah. 2 fat slags, 88. I suppose it'd be hard to be a radio DJ as well, you know? Turn on a radio at 7 in the morning going, oh, fucking hell, welcome to Radio Tourette's, cocksuckers! I also find it hard meeting girls as well. I've been single for quite a long time, and I go out intending to say, hi, how are you, can I get you a drink? But what comes out is, hey, you fucking slag, can I get you a drink? Slag! But eventually, I met a girl, and she said, you know, here's a luminous condom. Go back to my house, shut the curtains, put it on, hour and 5 minutes later, jump right on it. So, okay, right. Went down to her house, shut the curtains on, she ran in 5 minutes later, and jumped right on it. Told my friends afterwards, so I bet that was fun. I said, well, yeah, I left it on the bedpost. Bit of blue. Has anyone used a luminous condom, Swansea? A few people. I strongly suggest you use them, because I don't know if it's just me with my name being Luke and all that, but I always pretend I'm fighting Darth Vader. You know where this is going. You open the door. To be honest though, I'm a chef, and it's come to a point now where people run away when I've got a knife in my hand, so I'm in the kitchen. But I always want to be a teacher, to be honest. But teaching little kids would be quite wrong, because, like, today children, we're going to learn about twat! Yeah, you can imagine the conversations with the parents, couldn't you? Mummy, what's a twat? Well, to be honest, a twat is the person that goes out on it with his door money, spends it on alcohol, and comes home blind pissed, to be honest. In other words, your dad. Now, I'm actually going to tell you a true story. I did a gig in Southport, where I've come from today, and it was for an Alzheimer's charity. I recently lost someone due to Alzheimer's. And I always seem to make him laugh. And even when he died, I'm sure he was smiling down at me for this one thing that I did. And you're probably going to think, what a prick. But it generally did happen. I arrived at the funeral, and there was the coffin. Naturally, I was upset. Yeah, cunt! And basically, I just stood there, crying my eyes out. And it was 5 to 1. The funeral started at 1 o'clock. People were coming up to me, did you know him well? I'm like, yeah, it was a great bloke, gonna miss him. Walked in, thinking, the family aren't even here yet. Maybe they're coming in later. So as I walked in, I sat down, twitching like fuck. Vicar stands up. We are now here to celebrate the life of Derek. Whoa, fuck that, I'm here for Trevor. I went to the wrong fucking funeral, man. No word of a lie. I'm actually sat there, listening to how great this guy was. Got up, twitching like a fucking swat, walking out, and to my left, there was the family that I should have been with. There was the funeral straight after. So I went from going to no funerals in one day to doing fucking 2. And I was like, what a prick. And as I told the family, they were like, that's something you would do, actually. Thanks. Well, what? You shaggy? It's not just swearing. But, yeah, I mean, you guys are laughing at my Tourette's now. I have a son who's 2 at home, and instead of calling me dad, he calls me a wanker. Yeah, and I was like, fuck you, man. Not obviously I don't, I punish him for saying it. But no, we actually said no, we don't say wankers, Zach, we say bonkers, don't we? Yeah. But yeah, as I said, I've come from Southport today, and we've got this like food market going on, where this guy was selling fruit and veg, and his slogan was, "Get your guns around my plums." Originally, I thought he was selling scented dildos, to be honest. But I was thinking to myself, twat! Well, obviously. I was thinking to myself, that'll make a great porn title, wouldn't it? You know, there could be a guy there with his cock hanging out, woman bent over. "Get your luncheon around my truncheon." Unless you're gay, then it could be, "Get your kisser around my pisser." Well! Yeah, I'm originally from Brighton. Got no joke there, I'd usually get a laugh. Cheers. I tried to register to Facebook a while ago, but I'm actually dyslexic. And there's people thinking, fuck, is there actually anything you haven't got? And the answer is yes, it's AIDS. I'm joking, you can't catch it twice. But yeah, so I registered tried to register for Facebook, but what came up was fuckbook, shag local girls in your area. Normally I don't mind looking at porn, but when you're in a library with an old woman looking at you, it sort of loses its novelty. Squirt! Squirt! Fucking hell. Some guy came up to me in the gig and gave me his card. He went, "I can get rid of your Tourette's." Looked at it, hypnotist. Fuck that. So when I was actually on the bus back with Simon and Phil Cooper, and we thought, fuck it, let's prank him. So we rang him up. "Hello? Are you a hippotherapist?" "What? Do you therapist hippos?" And eventually, with 10 minutes down the line, he started believing us. He's like, "Are you a comedian that we saw last night?" Put the phone down. "What? Slag! Cunt!" Yeah. Condoms. They're shit, aren't they? Hence why I have a kid. No, I'm joking, nothing to bits. But he'd say that 1 in every 3rd person gets an STD or a HIV. Now, to me, that's just a nice way of saying don't have a threesome. Yeah. Yeah, so I do generally love coming to Swansea because it's always such a great crowd, and apparently before I came here today people were asking me to come back and to do a set, which I'm very honoured about, guys, and I really can't wait to come back again, so thank you and good night.
Keep it going, William Montague. In fact, when I said I'll keep it going for him, you actually were still clapping as the other 2 times when you'd already